Man, that was an intense convo with my mom, right? I apologize. A phone call actually came in and it kind of interrupted our session. I just wanted to reconnect with you for just a moment and let you hear the sound of my voice for any of you that are typically following along with the story that is Trina's life and being. Trina feels kind of heartbroken and lost and confused because Trina keeps burning herself, not showing up for herself like she's supposed to, and in some level she is, and in some level she's not. Temptation gets at her, definitely gets at her. And sometimes she knows better, she does. And other times she does things that are against the greater good of her being. I ask you to love her and have compassion, much like I'm asking myself to do so right now. I'm thankful for those of you who had been great contributors to my financial growth towards me going to school and everything else that I'm choosing to invest in my future. I'm also excessively interested in getting another harp, more so a professional, larger, real harp. I think I'm going to sell my autism awareness mermaid tail. I think that this month would be a perfect month to do so. And with that said, please know that I am in this process and I need you to be patient with me, and that I will continuously make mistakes. I'm not saying that I'm all-knowing and perfect. What I am saying is that I am learning better, and I'm in constant refinement towards being the greatest Trina that I could ever be, the greatest I am that I am. And I'm patient and reserved and learning through experience what brings me real joy, peace, and harmony. However, I cannot neglect and ignore all the pain and suffering that is contained within me and locked within my throat, that I cannot always bear myself to be able to consciously speak into existence and remind you of its presence. Perhaps you'd like a moment of silence to kind of reflect those narratives, so only you know what is true and what is necessary. I hope that you find sweet meditation and grace by me sharing with you what I have received. I hope that you grace us all with kindness and thankfulness, gratitude for our offerings, choosing to use our time and our experience on this world to provide for you the spaces and opportunities that lay before you due to our existence. The grievances are felt for the lack of appreciation, the lack of honor, respect, integrity, and most of all, the lack of knowledge and know-how. It troubles me. I'm not interested in being troubled or bringing trouble to anyone. However, it infects me before it infects everyone else. So if I'm going through disharmony and pain and discomfort and horrible things, then anyone that I experience, whether I consciously mention what I'm going through or not, they will also simultaneously go through an energetic transference and receive all energies that I am permitting. If you can recognize this, please choose to make peace. You can choose easily to create destruction, ignorance, avoidance, neglect, abandonment. Right? You can do that. You can forget it, right? You can move on. Or you can honor and respect its presence and understand what it's there for and see what it's doing for you. What is it asking you to do? What is evoking from your will? What do you desire to do with what is as is? What's best for you? Are you reflecting on the opposite side of your actions? Are you being selfishly driven? Are you thinking that you want this thing or this person and not caring what's going to happen to that person when they connect to you? Maybe they are perfectly healthy and fine, and maybe you have some type of illness that, it's going to make them fearful of losing you. There's a lot of boundaries. Maybe they don't want to attach themselves to someone that they know is going to pass away or not be with them forever. Something else that was given to me today is about where there's Mr. Right and there's Mr. Right now. And I recognize that, that Mr. Right now is kind of me right now. I'm all about right now. Let's go look at this book right now. Right? All these things. So my right nows, my interests, my attachments are changing. If you're enjoying this reading, you'll greatly enjoy what I'm working on. All my writings on Instagram, you will find great joy if you enjoy listening to me on YouTube. However, some of you do not choose to receive me that way. I wish one day that I could read out loud some of the things on my Instagram if I had a team to record me and be there for me. However, it's very lonely, and illusions are real, to say the very least. So I am beyond stress and comprehension at this point. So allow me to disconnect and be one with my breath, the moment, the experience, and the ever-changing presence as I remain the constant witness instead of what I am attaching myself to. I understand that no variable is constant except for myself, me, my embodiment. I'm also doing my very best to make very important conscious shifts towards my greatest success. However, sometimes I need people who really love me and show up there for me to point out what I really need. Or what my options are even. Sometimes I get stuck with my own inner narrative and I try to solve it, but really I need an outside opinion to kind of let me look at the same thing with different lenses. So I appreciate those of you who have stepped through, and I apologize to those of you that I have pushed away because I didn't understand you or your presence or your energetic signature. It was just a lot for me to process, and I'm very sensitive to all that surrounds us, all our conditioning, and I am choosing to set myself free and be a part of this path that leaves me no longer attached to things that cause me suffering, and many of those things are human creations. I understand we are a being of light and consciousness. However, I still have this animal monkey mind and body that leaves me, the organism, yearning to survive and procreate and recreate. But that same passion of animal has the ability to destroy with that same love. And some of it is for revenge and equilibrium. But look how easily we can destroy something that has taken centuries to build. Like, for example, I make a awful joke, if you will, of saying how I can take myself out, right? But if I do that, I like to think about how many people did it take to make love in order for me to be here? That has taken generations, right? Thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And if I take myself out, imagine all of those generations. Imagine how frustrated they would be. They just wanted to survive, and they live on through me, the same organism. If you can see that, you will love and respect the animal part of you more. And you will know what it's trying to do and how selfishly driven it is, that reptilian brain, and how it can hurt you. And the narrative can create illusions and parables. I feel like a jerk. I've been like a super asshole to people, especially myself, and I didn't know any better, or like I didn't realize what I was doing. I was just being selfish. And like, yeah, I guess this goes back to what my mom was saying too, you know, that's just like one of many, many examples where I've just acted out, not thinking, just like trying to just be. And just be means like, you know, whatever it means, not to make me want to like take myself out, you know? Something that makes me want to be here, something that makes me happy, something that gives me a reason to keep going. I need my passion, my will, my fire, my breath, my consciousness, you know? And I'm looking for people that want to show up and eat with me and take care of me and that actually care that my needs are met. That's really, really, really important to me. Isn't that important to everybody? Everyone has needs. Not everyone cares that other people have needs. Some people have attachments to certain people's needs. I need true, genuine friends and compassion and understanding. And I have noticed a great lack in people showing up. I see many people talking and making their energetic signature or their presence known and seen online, or however ways they choose to receive to me. But you know that you're not sitting next to me eating with me. You're not holding my hand. You're not serving me any friendship. You're not making me feel like I'm not alone. You know, and then what I don't like is how society has told you that I can't hold the hands of anyone else except for this one person who's making love to me. I don't believe in that either. And I need to clear that boundary out loud and clear. Loud and clear. It's important for me to have human connection. I'm not saying I'm polyamorous or that I'm looking to have that kind of relationship. What I am saying is I do believe that we should be able to touch and massage and make others feel like they're special, play with each other's hair, you know, just show each other love and not make it so sexual and conditional. Like, maybe that's where society as a whole has got things all wrong. Like, that's just like one of the basic reflections of it all. And it sucks because there's boundaries, right? Like, people, they get insecure and like, exactly, like, we're animals. It's so hard.